The Lord continued, one should contemplate that the Lord is the intelligence in the body. So here now the body's no longer being described as inert. The body obviously has its own intelligence. The various functions and faculties in the body serve that intelligence as consorts serve their Lord. We don't know anything about the body directly. We only know it indirectly from what anatomists and doctors tell us. It's quite peculiar really, isn't it, how remote this body is from our own immediate awareness. And it clearly has its own intelligence. There's an incredible biosystem going on, maintaining it, much of it not understood by science. The mind is the messenger who brings and presents to the Lord the knowledge of the three worlds. The two fundamental energies, namely the energy of wisdom, Jnana shakti, and the energy of action, kriya shakti, are the consorts of the Lord. So there's a dynamism here going on, isn't there? The energy of wisdom and the energy of action. It's all happening. It's all happening. We can get into this yogic idea of quiescence, of stilling the mind, the immobile yogi, the meditating Buddha figure. But there's an incredible creative exuberance going on, moment to moment. And this is the energy of wisdom and the energy of action. And whatever is happening without doubt. It is happening in the fullness of its own nature. Diverse aspects of knowledge are his ornaments. The organs of action are the gates through which the Lord enters the outside world. I am that infinite self which is indivisible. I remain full and infinite. Thus the intelligence dwells in the body. Each of us is a vehicle for the infinite self to experience itself. He who contemplates in this manner is equanimity itself. His behaviour is equanimous, guided by equal vision. He has reached a state of natural goodness and inner purity, and he is beautiful in every aspect of his being. He worships the Lord, who is the intelligence that pervades his entire body. He's at home in it, or she's at home in it. We're no longer shrinking from the experiencing. This worship is performed day and night perpetually with the objects that are effortlessly obtained. In other words, with whatever happens. And are offered to the Lord with a mind firmly established in equanimity and in the right spirit. For the Lord is consciousness and cares only for the right spirit. What is this right spirit? It is the spirit of equanimity. It's not the spirit of pretending to be equanimous. It's the spirit of using everything that happens as a way of reinforcing self-realization. The Lord should be worshipped with everything that is obtained without effort. One should never make the least effort to attain that which one does not possess. The Lord should be worshipped by means of all the enjoyments that the body enjoys, through eating, drinking, being with one's consort, and such other pleasures. So this sounds tantric. Again, the importance here is the overriding practice of self-realization. As I mentioned in the previous video, this is the direction which the Yoga Vasishta is embracing all Hindu practice, all spiritual practice, and directing it towards. And it's not just Hindu religious and spiritual practice, it's our whole life. Our whole life can be directed towards self-enquiry. There aren't any bits which are off limits. We're not going to censor our life and try to pretend that we're being good. It's not about that. There is no part of the stream of experience which is censorable. We open ourselves to it all including our own animal instincts. The Lord should be worshipped with the illnesses one experiences and with every sort of unhappiness or suffering one experiences. The Lord should be worshipped with all of one's activities, including life and death, and all of one's dreams. Everything's an opportunity. The Lord should be worshipped with one's poverty and prosperity. And it's quite important to realise that this is one's own poverty and prosperity. We don't use the poverty or prosperity of others to worship the Lord, because that's getting caught up in a notion. The Lord should be worshipped even with fights and quarrels, as well as with sports and other pastimes, and with the manifestations of the emotions of attraction and aversion. We experience attraction and aversion. Let's not pretend otherwise. But what we need to do is have full awareness of it. We experience attraction, we experience aversion. We're practicing self-realization. We're turning the attention to itself. But that attraction and aversion is still going on. So we bring that in. Bring it in. Accept it. It's part of that. It's part of the space. It's part of the space that we are, which is allowing all things to be. So we carry on. When we experience pain, when we experience aversion, it tends to suck us in. And if that happens, it happens. But then we come back. We come back. The Lord should be adored with the noble qualities of a pious heart: friendship, compassion, joy and indifference. Well, there's a lot that can be said about that short list. This isn't just a nice little list of qualities, it's quite a substantial list, which I'll continue with in the next video. Friendship, compassion, joy and indifference.